Tudo bom?
Bom, tudo jóia?
Tudo
Deixa eu só dar
jóia.
um tempinho pro povo entrar. Então, as perguntas hoje vão ser assim, vão ser bem tranquilas, é o que eu estava te falando. O pessoal entra
Uhum.
bem curioso sobre o Brasil, não sabem muito, não sabem muita coisa, principalmente os de fora, e os outros querem saber, mas eu sempre vou começando, eles vão chegando e
Tá
vão
bom.
entrando depois.
A gente vai.
Nem que é só nós batendo papo aqui, depois eles assistem.
Tá bom.
Mas daqui a pouco o povo vai entrando. Tem um amigo da Itália que vai entrar. Daqui a pouco ele tá entrando.
Eu vi o vídeo dele. Muito legal.
Ele é bem descontraído. Mas é o seguinte, vamos lá. Vamos fazer em inglês ou vamos fazer em português primeiro? O que você acha?
Ah, é
Você que
contigo.
manda.
Se você
O
quiser,
convidado é
posso.
você. É, well, I'm
So
here
let's
with
do it in English.
yeah, we start in English and then the Brazilian people comes in. We talk in Portuguese. I'm here with my student from 2012. Uh, he graduated with me in 2013. Oi, Rose, tudo bem? Bem-vinda. He graduated with me in 2013. He was my student for pronunciation and conversations um, improvements. His name is Felipe SANT'ANNA, but I want him to tell you how he career was and what he studied, what he does today. And welcome. And I would like you to introduce yourself. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Ro. So it's a big pleasure for me to stay here today and have this conversation with you, a big friend. And so my name is Felipe Santana. I'm 31 years old. I'm Brazilian. I live in São Paulo city. I was born here as well, and I'm engaged with Sarah. She's watching us now,
I have to
and
say about the Mrs. soon to be.
yeah, Talita as well is there.
Yeah, she's
So, and I graduated in business administration, focused in international affairs. So I had this dream to travel and know the world, and I decided to do the business administration and focus on this area, this international area. Okay. And nowadays I work in a company specialized in yeast. So yeast for animal nutrition. We export for more than 15 countries.
wow.
And yeah, and we import as well. So I started my career as an intern with the supply chain department, and then I had the opportunity to migrate for the commercial side.
Yeah.
And I migrated and I started work with the African countries, the Middle East area. And later I had the opportunity to work with the European and North American countries, so United States and Canada, and that's it.
Well, how long have you been working with this company? Tell us.
Yes, I started 10 years ago during my graduation. So I started in 2011, and I had this opportunity to grow inside a company. So I started as an intern, and then I moved to the commercial area.
Awesome.
And
And you do all of these jobs since today, right? Nowadays, you still work at the same place.
yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So I had the opportunity to travel a lot,
Mm-hmm.
to meet people around the world,
Yeah.
exchange a little bit, new cultures,
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some friends here watching us. And but travel is a, is a very good opportunity to know different culture, different language, uh,
Mm-hmm.
people. So
Mm-hmm.
my job gave me this opportunity.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So, how many countries do you work with right now?
right now,
Uh-huh.
Canada and United States
Uh-huh.
and the whole Europe. We have a team
Right.
there, a local team there in France,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I help them to manage the operations between Europe and in the other countries and Brazil.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
before
Let me ask you
this,
something.
mhm,
You started, you started English with me um, so many years ago. And how did you discover me and why?
yeah, actually,
Uh,
I started the English
mm-hmm.
when I was 8,
Yeah.
and I did like regular course until
Mm-hmm.
was 16.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished, and then I started the graduation. So I need to improve
Mm-hmm.
my English,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew you because
Mm-hmm.
of we have some relatives,
Mm-hmm.
and but I knew about your job. I knew about VP,
Yeah.
and then on that time I was pretty much
Mm-hmm.
involved on Latin American suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
And when I moved from the supply chain department to the commercial area, I knew I had to be dedicated for the English
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Yeah.
So it was time to improve my English,
Mm-hmm.
and I got in contact with you, and I knew about your way of teaching
Mm.
because I could not. I'm in São Paulo. We are far,
Yeah.
and I knew you were teaching on Skype
Mm-hmm.
and so on. So I decided to start the English to
Mm-hmm.
improve the communication, improve
Mm-hmm.
to know more about the new vocabulary and new
Yeah.
expressions, phrasal verbs. So
Yeah. One
that's
thing that I have to tell, let me say first, my dear friend and one of my biggest friends, Reinaldo's here. He helps me with the channel. I want to say hi to you. If it weren't
hi,
for you,
Ronaldo.
the channel wouldn't be up today. You're amazing with everything you do with me. Thank you very much. But I remember back then that we started having classes on Skype, and it was no problem at all, because it wasn't a thing of pandemic or, we could work on Skype at all and no problem. Every morning we would go. How did you think that process was? It was nice. It was really nice. How
It was
did you like it?
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome for me because it was first of all we it's easier because it is was about to find a gap on our agendas,
Mm-hmm.
me and you. So
Yeah.
we got it, and the internet is helping us a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
through Skype, it was very nice the communication, and
Yeah.
it works perfectly.
Yeah.
So for me, it works very well, and I think now more and more people will start using
Mm-hmm.
uh, the the system, the internet to
Yeah. Distance learning. They know now that
exactly
distance learning is the
works.
way to go, you know. I have to say also hi to Mary that's here. She's from Iran. Thanks for
Hi,
being here.
Mary.
And
Nice place.
I want to say something that's very important for me. My master's degree was written on accent reduction,
Mm-hmm.
and Felipe was the one who I took as a guinea pig, as we say. I used to write all his classes. Angelo from Qatar, how are you? Felipe is my
Hi,
guest,
Angelo.
a great friend of mine. You're gonna know more about him. He's great. This is my mentor, Brent Watson. Here, I'm gonna lose track on my thoughts right now. Uh, but I need to tell you guys that my master's degree was based on Felipe's classes because when I talk about accent reduction today, we know that having an accent today is very beautiful. Brent is one person who says that as well. But Felipe wanted to clear his English even more because of the work
Mm-hmm.
he used to do with the people he used to work as he worked with international markets all the time. So, and my master's degree was based on accent reduction on his classes, you know. So I would record everything, I would draw the vocal tract and do everything that was needed based on his pronunciation. And he could change and clear his English more than 90%. I think it's the most a person can get on clearing their accent. And it was so important. And Felipe, tell them how we would do your classes the way. One day was Skype, another day was phone, and we did all these measurements to make your improvements. Tell them, why did I do that? You barely
Yeah.
saw me, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It was
Mm-hmm.
amazing because the idea was, it's not a regular class. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to learn like verb to be. I want to be confident to talk in a phone call
Mm-hmm.
with, to make a presentation,
Mm-hmm.
get in contact with people everywhere, be clear in
Mm-hmm.
because you don't need to be a TV host, but you need to be clear. You need to make people understand you well.
Of
So
course.
the
Mm-hmm.
idea is pass on properly the message,
Yeah.
and we tried different ways to learn and you to teach me.
Mm-hmm.
We did this on Skype.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes during on my way from the office to my home, talking on the
Mm-hmm.
phone, on the
Mm-hmm.
speakers, of course, because I was
Mm-hmm.
driving. But it was nice because uh, the classes are very comfortable
Yeah.
because you make people feel comfortable. It was just friends talking, but in English.
I
And
remember him telling me, and I telling him at the time that the worst the condition of the phone was, the spotty the connection was, the better, because the harder we could understand each other, the better would be for him. Like if we had a breaking connection, it would be amazing because he would be tuning his English more and more,
exactly.
you know. And when I started writing my dissertation for my master's degree on his classes, you know, it was really important to me because I could get information from him and information from how the vocal tract of Brazilians work by doing the proper sounds of American English, because I always taught American English.
Hmm.
And for me, uh, I have also ever learned American English. I never learned British English, although I understand it very well. But I learned American English all the time. And as soon as Felipe was producing the new sounds, I could see and draw the sounds, the way the muscles go and everything. And when I sent it to Spain, to the college in Spain where I was taking his studies and master's degree. It was really amazing because they wrote me back like because I was able to draw his vocal tract, all his vocal tract, and doing the movements like the THs, the Z sounds, all the sounds that were supposed to be corrected for him to have a clear pronunciation. Of course, he's Brazilian, as I am a Brazilian English teacher. We're never going to change. We're going to have an accent. Sometimes the THs don't go properly. We know that and we like that. But as soon as his English was clear, the clients, his clients in the company felt much better. Felipe, can you talk about that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes after working for a long time with some French people, we get the accent sometimes, and Ho helped me a lot to make the corrections on the words and the proper pronunciation. So it was really nice for me to make it more clear, make the presentations properly, the phone calls. So
yeah. And I wanna tell you something. You guys have seen he calling me Ho, because all my close friends call me Ho. Nobody knows me as Rod in Brazil. Only the American ones and the around the world, because I was baptized by Mr. Brent Watson with that name, Rod. So everybody calls me Ho, which is a short for Rodrigo. So everybody who's close to me calls me Ho. That's why he says that. And it was really amazing to see the way he used to study English, you know, because the same passion that I had with the English, Felipe also had. And then we became really good friends, and then I had the chance, as I told you guys sometimes already, to go to New York and stay there for a month. And Felipe was one of the ones who went there with me, and we spent 1 month together. And it was an amazing time. His English has evolved. And I wish you could tell some funny story out of that month, you know, something that you remember that is funny to make everybody laugh, because we are both two clowns when we are together. We are joking all the time. Do you remember something fondly that you would like to share with them?
Something funny? Yeah, actually, I had plenty of stories
all the
with
time.
you. Yeah, all the time. So it's difficult to remember only one case. But you and Talita, we're always laughing. Or
I remember that I have a visual impairment as well because of my disability, and sometimes I couldn't see things, and I was in the wheelchair. Felipe was kindly pushing me, because we were through New York. We would leave school and then go to the streets to know to know everything we wanted to know and see. And then he was pushing me, and maybe he would see something that was really funny, and I said I couldn't see. He would literally take my hand and turn my head to the direction of the thing he wanted me to see, you know.
Very kind.
It's really funny. Let me just say hello to some people here. Oi, Roberta. Oi, Zobeida. Angelo, I didn't say hi to you guys. I'm sorry, because we were talking. Felipe is here. You can send your questions. Let me say that Brent's here again. So there are people from the States, people from Qatar, people from Brazil, people from Iran, people from everywhere, you know. So if you have questions. And then also staying that month in New York, we learned a lot about living, you know, because I told people some other time that I didn't take an exchange program, and I actually did my exchange program in 1 month, you know. And then later we could travel again. We went to Los Angeles, and it was really amazing to go to those places together, you know. And let me say something. Yeah, today's Halloween. Happy
Halloween.
Halloween to
Halloween.
everybody. You know,
Yeah.
so Brent's remembering here. Angelo, Zobeda, bring your questions. You have awesome questions, you know.
Do we
Aaron is there. My friend
celebrate
Aaron is there. Do you
the
celebrate
Halloween?
Halloween in Brazil? Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda, but with
Not like in the States.
COVID, not the way you guys do in America, but
Yeah.
we celebrate it. It has been incorporated to the culture, you know. So
Yeah.
Aaron is making fun with my name in chat now.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Yeah, that's the way to say it. But I want to tell you guys that Felipe and I have been friends since he
Since I
was
was
17,
17?
18.
Yeah,
Yeah,
17, I
that
guess.
we
Yeah.
got really close friends, you know. And today I may say that Felipe and Sarah are the godparents for my younger child, João Otávio, that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And I think it is really great to be talking to him because I feel very comfortable, you know, to be talking all this time. Angelo, Felipe, what age you started learning English? Angelo
Yeah,
asks.
I started, I was 8, and it was in an English course in São Paulo. I was 8, and I finished the advanced course was, I was 16. So 8 years mainly, and I stopped. So I went to the graduation. So I did the college, the whole college, and I didn't have much contact with the language so far. So then, due to my career, I decided to have classes with Rod.
You can call me Rodrigo or Rod, doesn't
Whole,
matter.
yeah.
Zobeida, he's from Brazil. Felipe is from Brazil. Felipe, how much do you know about Iran? Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a good question.
I had the great pleasure to work with some Iranian guys in my company. So I didn't have the opportunity to visit you, and but it's amazing country. It's really beautiful. The culture,
Yeah.
the people always receive you well. I didn't go to Iran, but I had a lot of contact with these people in the international fairs. So two times a year, usually we have some international events, and we can meet these customers from Iranian customers there. So very nice
Yeah.
people.
Angelo says currently what you do to keep abreast of the English language, to keep current with the English language.
Yeah,
Angelo,
I
I
talk.
can tell that he calls me sometimes, you know, because
Yeah,
we need to discuss some things and he needs some help. He calls me, like being
exactly.
very close to me and a godfather to my child. He can call me and say, "Hey, I need," you know. So, but
Yeah,
give him
who
your answer, please.
updates me a lot with new expressions, new way to express myself. And having a teacher as Rod is really good because he's always updated and he brings you news.
Thank you.
Yeah, a good
Thank
way to
you.
be updated is reading, watching series, movies with subtitles, but subtitles in English. Because sometimes you hear, but you don't know if you are understanding well. So it's a good way.
Yeah. And I have to say, Felipe, if you allow me, one of the people who keep me updated in English is in chat right now, and his name is American English with this guy, better known as Brent Watson, because he updates me with his live streams, with his videos, and I have to say thank you to you a million times, you know that. And my friends from all over the world, Mary, Angelo, Zobeida, everybody who's there from Brazil as well. because what I really do love to do is teach in English, but something that I never forget. I always told you that I'm a
Hmm.
Brazilian who speaks English, you know. So however, I'll ever bring this to my essence, to my core with me, you know, and you really know about that. Let me see, there's something that Aaron is saying. I need to say that you don't have a strong Brazilian
Oh,
accent.
thank you.
Yes, he doesn't. He
Yeah,
doesn't because of the master's degree techniques that we did. And
applied by
he,
whole.
yeah, I may say that I felt bad sometimes because I did very strong corrections because his English was really good. He had a huge and has a huge vocabulary. But sometimes I had to say, no, you have to change the pronunciation of this word. You need to connect the other word with this one. And then he would practice the exercises, and it was really fun. We would laugh very much. It was more like a sharing than having a class, you know. And when we could
Hmm.
see an hour had passed, and maybe he was driving, maybe, but he always talked to me on the phone safely while taking his English lessons with me, because he did his classes mostly during commuting from work to his home, you know. But it was all safely, you know. He was
Hmm.
speaking on the phone, but everything was fine.
Yeah.
And it was very easy to deal with Felipe, guys, because Felipe is an amazing person. He's a great
Thank you.
human being. He knows how to deal
You
with
are kind.
things, you know.
Yeah.
And teaching, I wanna bring people here on Instagram to show that what I really love to do once again, which is helping people with English, you know. And I
Hmm.
never forget that I am a Brazilian that teaches English. I'm gonna say that a million times. Felipe, what was the most important thing for you while we studied together during classes? Because now you just need some tweaking, you know? You don't need much, but
Yeah,
during classes,
I need to come back. You know that. I need to come back and
yeah.
practice more, prepare
Mm-hmm.
myself for the TOEFL.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important, well, I guess is the way you teach, is the way you because you make people feel comfortable. So is that why it's after 1 hour you are teaching? It's only about 1 hour, and it's fast, so
Mm-hmm.
it's very nice. It's very
Mm-hmm.
easy to learn English like that, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it was only a conversation.
Yeah.
It's not only, mainly when I was driving, it's only a conversation because I didn't
Yeah.
have any material or nothing else to follow. So it's
Yeah.
about
And
a
we
conversation.
didn't talk about easy questions. We talked about daily life, you know.
Exactly.
So we didn't care about what did you eat yesterday. No, we would talk. Oh, today I am a little bit bored or bummed out because something
Yeah.
happened to me, and then we started talking. And when we saw it was 1 hour, an hour and a half, and we were talking, and it was really fun. Let me
Yeah.
say something. My student Diego's here. He's saying, yes, he speaks very good English and he has a beautiful name. He says that because his son is also named Felipe.
It's
That's why he's
Felipe.
saying. Let me
Nice.
say something. Mary from Iran also said that her turning point when she met me and when she met Brent. Mary, thank you very much for putting me sideways with Brent, because I'm so proud. This man know what he has done to me, and I am so proud and thankful most of the time. You guys know that. One thing that I wanted you to talk to them, Felipe, was that by living 1 month with me in New York and knowing me for so many years, how could you tell them how do I deal with my disability? You know, how do you think I take it? How do you see it? Because I think it's important to bring this issue among my friends and people who know me better, to tell them, how do you guys see me as a person who has some limitations and shortcomings.
Yeah, oh, it's not about the limitation. I don't see you as a person with any disability. That's the point. Because you are
Mm-hmm.
a big guy, you are a big human being.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was nothing nothing to say about it. Of
Yeah.
course, it was always okay. We 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 saw and we faced some issues in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and for us it was a great surprise, or because in the bad way, I would say, because the city was not ready to for disability, for
Yeah.
people in a wheelchair or something like that. But it was okay. It was okay for me. It was never
Mm-hmm.
a problem because
And we
the
would
people,
take it, and we would take it laughing and not caring,
yeah,
and we always found a way. I think that's the most
exactly.
important thing. So sometimes one thing that I always tell people and always say people, wonderful people have been surrounding me lately.
Hmm.
I have made friends around the world that I'm thankful every time, but I didn't have the chance to meet them in person yet. But I hope one day, like Angelo is an amazing guy, Mary, Zobeda, everybody that I didn't meet yet, and Brent, I'm not going to even say. Diego, my student from Sao Paulo, I didn't meet him yet. I told him that I would go to your wedding, and I was trying to fix something up to meet
Uh-huh.
up with him, but I don't know if it's gonna work because he has some other plans. But we're gonna find a way. But for me, it's always a pleasure to be near you, to be talking to you, to be able to travel with you. Um, Also, Sarah is a new part of the family. I think you guys are awesome together.
Thank
We
you.
have been friends much uh, time before she came in, but now she's part of the family for me. And I always appreciate the friendship that we have, for giving me the chance to teach you and everything else. You know that I'm always gonna be here for you, and I hope I have the same forever. I know that I'm a
Yeah.
boomer. I told you the expression boomer, but
Yeah.
you are on your way to
But
becoming a boomer as well. That's really
you,
nice, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. But you're a boomer with open-minded.
Yeah.
So,
Talita, my wife, says that I'll always be a 15-year-old,
exactly.
because you know how I am. If I can say a compliment to someone, I say it. If I can help, I don't help, but I don't like do anything in their way to make it bad. That's my
Hmm.
way. That's my motto of life. And guys, bring questions, please. Yeah, Brent, people are praising you in chat, and you really deserve it. I agree with Diego and Angelo. And something that I want to say, that I want Felipe to tell, that how has English, after we did all these classes together, changed in your profession? Because you deal with a lot of markets every day, Asian
Hmm.
market, Iranian market. How is it for you?
Yeah, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
having the opportunity of your classes with this
Mm-hmm.
clear English, with these sounds that is clear, understandable, it's very easy to deal with the
Mm-hmm.
different people, because you have different accent, but when you know the word, when you know the pronunciation, it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's a question for you here from Brent.
where
Where does
this
Felipe live now? Brazil?
in Brazil, yeah, I'm in São Paulo. I'm located in São Paulo. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
He's in São Paulo City. He's how many
yeah.
hours away from me?
From you, I don't know,
4 hours.
4 hours and a half. Yeah,
Yeah. No, no, Brent. He
No,
works
no,
from São Paulo to these
São Paulo.
areas. You
Yeah,
know, he deals with yeast. You know, and it's an importer, right, Faye? Tell them.
yeah.
You can tell
Uh,
better.
yeah, I work in I live and I work in São Paulo. Work in exportation, yeast additives for everywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
mainly, I say I live in São Paulo, but I work everywhere
Mm-hmm.
because I'm always before this pandemic and everything. I was traveling a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so meeting people, meeting customers and suppliers. So, but I'm living in São Paulo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a question from Diego for you. He asks, when do you start feeling confident about English speaking?
Yeah, I guess when I had the opportunity to practice more. So when you're not afraid to make mistakes and exchange and talk, is this the first step?
Mm-hmm.
Because after that, the things will start flowing, and
Mm-hmm.
you become more and more,
Confident.
confident
Yeah.
to talk. Yeah.
Brent
Yeah.
asks, Brent and Angelo asks, yeast for bread, beer?
Yeah. Actually, here in Brazil, we have a huge production of ethanol.
Mm-hmm.
And fermentation of ethanol, as the fermentation of beer and bread is done with yeast. So we use the yeast to ferment, and
Mm-hmm.
during this process, part of this yeast is removed, and we use this yeast cream to make additives to improve the immunity, the animal health. So we sell these components for animal nutrition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he works in this company since he was 18, Brent. So he started as an intern, and it's amazing, you know. Actually, he met his fiance there as well. So now they are about to get married. As soon as this
We are trying
pandemic
to.
finishes, um,
Yeah.
Allah,
Thank you.
Brent is
Thank
saying
you.
that your English is very good.
Thank you. You're
That's a
kind.
good
Very kind.
proof of,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. So I think that you guys can bring a lot of questions to Felipe because he knows a lot of traveling and working and dealing with English. I remember one time that, where were you when you called me? I need your help because I have a presentation uh, to do tomorrow. That you called me and you showed me the script and I was helping you. When was that?
I guess it was in France. I had
Yeah,
to make a
you were in France
presentation.
working. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to make a presentation. So I started to make the presentation to you.
Yeah.
You did some corrections,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, you
Because he wanted
solved.
some help. I think it was the very first presentation that he was supposed to
Yeah.
do ever. And he asked, please, I'm here in France, but help me now. And then he called me over on FaceTime, and I was seeing him and he was presenting to me, and I said, do some corrections here, do other corrections there. And it was really nice because
Yeah.
he represents the company all over the world, and he knows that how much English was important for him, and he could communicate everywhere, as everybody knows. But he has I am so proud of what he has become, you know, the
Thank you.
how he changed, how is his career now, you know. And he never forgets that I'm a redneck who lives in an inner state. So Rod Jamie wants to join the chat, but your account is private.
It's
Yeah,
private.
ask her to be friends with me, and then I'll let her join in the next one, because if I let her come in right now. I have to stop the live stream, you know. But it's a pleasure to have Miss Watson here, you know, to have her as a friend on Instagram as well, please. And but as I was saying, a lot has changed in my life, Felipe. You know, you have seen how happy I am with this turn of
Mm-hmm.
career, with the amount of friends that I have now. You know, friends that I know of, friends that I never met, and everything has changed. And you told me
Mm-hmm.
something really, really beautiful on the phone one day, and could you repeat that? You told me you really deserve it because you remember that? When I
You
told
really,
you on the phone that everything was really nice. So
I don't know if I remember everything, but I guess,
just a gist. Just a
yeah,
gist. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's you really deserve because you are talented, you are dedicated, you have a passion, and you know you want to teach people,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
you're doing it with your heart. So
Yeah.
it's only a consequence. These people are
Yeah.
coming and bringing a new story for
Yeah.
you, for your life. So it's only a
Yeah.
consequence because of you, the
Yeah.
person you are. Yeah.
That's what I tell Ron, my friend from Italy. Brent and I share this wonderful guy as a friend as well. I tell him that I wear my heart on my sleeve and I want to help people the most that I can. And I know how great of a friend you have been for me and Talita all of those years, all of these years as well. And now, all the time, you were a good friend then and you are a good friend now, you know, and I hope you keep being along with Sarah after you
Yeah,
guys get married.
for
So I
sure.
am really, really happy to have you guys and know everybody who's here. The support that these people bring to me is so motivational that sometimes I really don't. I say I live in the forgotten corners of the world. You have been here many times, and you know
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I
very
know well how
I
far
am
it is.
really redneck, as I like to say. I said it with Bob the Canadian, but at least my R in English is perfect because it's the same R that we use in my Portuguese. We say door perfectly because we say porta, which is the word for
Porta, the
door
R.
in Portuguese, and in São Paulo they say porta, you know. So that's why I say the R's of the rednecks are perfect. So thank you guys. Thank you, Mary.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Angelo. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Brent. Thank
Sa-
everybody who's here.
I guess
You
Sarah
know,
has a question for you.
Sarah has a question for me. Do you think it's possible to learn English even though you're not so young? Is the best period to start? When is the best period to start learning? Um, Sarah, I'm gonna tell you something. I have a student. She is 56 years old, and she's one of the funniest person I've ever met, and she learns. She's dedicated. Yes, anybody can learn English at any time. You just have to have the patience and to like it, you know. And I am really passionate by the English language, you know. And I found during quarantine an amazing channel, an amazing people, and amazing friends who helped me get even better, you know. So I am so proud of the students that I had, that I have now, and that I will have. I am almost fully booked. I don't know what I'm gonna do now from now on, but I am really happy. And English is dedication and devotion. You know, if you like it, do it. You know, I want to learn other languages. I want to learn Italian. I want to learn French, but I don't know if I'm going to have time, you know, because I am old. I'm a boomer and I have my children to take care of. you know, so they are still in high school. One is getting to high school and the other one is getting to school, so it's so amazing. So I think English is journey, you know. English is a journey, you know. To learn English is fun. Any language that you want to learn is fun. But one thing that I want to tell you guys, don't be afraid to make mistakes, you know, because making mistakes is not like, even in Portuguese. When we are talking in Portuguese, if you see me and Felipe talking in Portuguese, sometimes we don't care about words. We say words in a wrong way. So that's the way language works. You know, you have to put yourself into the journey. Once you put yourself into the journey, you learn to do anything, you know. So don't be afraid, you know.
Don't be afraid.
We have a long way ahead. Yes, I need to learn English, but I have to know English by heart, or do I have to understand how, like my connection is spotty right now? How do I have to learn this word spotty in the sentence? You know, it's not working, it's breaking, it's not good. So that's the way you have to learn. You have to be resourceful with the words that you use for the same meaning, you know. So Felipe, I think that your sister was there.
Yeah, my
Cecilia was
sister's
there.
there. My brother's
So
there. Yeah,
everybody
my
was there.
cousin. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, this is amazing. Felipe was amazing and is
You are.
amazing. While I'm leaving, I hope he's going to be amazing. Thank you for being here with me. If
Thank
you
you,
have any
Ho.
more questions, please bring them. But let me tell you a secret. There's been like, let me see, I think, like in video, I think it's more than 1 year and a half that I don't see you in video. We talk
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
phone, but
yeah.
seeing in
We don't see
video,
each
it was
other. Yeah,
like
more than
more
we are.
than 1 year or 1 year and a half, you know. So
Yeah.
thank you, guys. If you have
Thank
any
you.
more
Very nice to see
questions,
you.
we're here. If you have any more questions, Portuguese is also allowed. And let me tell you something, that tomorrow I'm doing my first live stream on YouTube. Please follow my
Wow.
channel and subscribe yourselves.
What
I
time is
think it's
that,
going to be
Ho?
fun. Huh?
What time is that?
It's going to be at 2 p.m. Brazilian
Brazilian
time. I
time.
think midday in New York time, because tomorrow they're going to change their clocks in the States, if I'm not wrong. Brent, please correct me if I'm wrong. So everybody who was there, really thank you very much. Thank you, my friend, for
Thank you.
always
Thank you
being
for
this.
everything.
Thank you for being this wonderful friend that you have always been. And you know that we are together, come what may. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Very
Okay,
kind and
so if you
great
guys,
opportunity. Thank you.
please find me on YouTube tomorrow, that we're gonna have some fun if everything works fine. I hope you were there so we can be together a little bit more. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brent, once more, Diego, Aaron, Angelo, Zobeda, Mary, everybody who is here. Thank you very much. Cecilia, everybody who's there. Aaron, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
Felipe, bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Sarah,
Thank you, Ho.
hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.